So if you're watching this, you've probably heard something or seen the news or heard someone who's apparently made so much money on Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and you're probably trying to find out how you can get your share in it. I was the same. So I first heard of crypto when there was a huge spike, so it was going up and people were making lots of money, and I was like, oh my gosh, people are making money and I don't even know what this is. So I started doing something about it, and then shortly after that things tanked, so I was one of the many people who also lost a lot of money in crypto. So stick around, welcome to this video. I'm going to be telling you all about this. So I'm going to be telling you how people make money, how people lose money, and the things that you need to do to make sure you're keeping safe. I will also be recommending the app that I use for my crypto. I am currently based in South Africa, so I use LUNO. LUNO is a registered company in South Africa, and they are recognized by the FSCA. So obviously I always do those checks just to make sure that if something happens to the money, I know who I can claim it from. So if you also want to join LUNO, I would highly recommend that you use my referral code. I do have it in my description box, but I'll also leave it here at the bottom just that you can use it when you download the app. This will also allow you to just be sure that you are using the same app that I'm using, be safe. But I think it'll also give you a small portion of a free Bitcoin. So if you want to kickstart this crypto journey of yours on a great start, make sure you use that referral code. All right, let's get into it, guys. I am excited. I have been trying to do this video, but I was like, you know what, let me first understand, let me actually do it, let me risk my own money before I come tell you guys about it. And I can safely say that I have been using LUNO since 2021, and I have had no issues. I've deposited money, I've withdrawn money, and I am learning a lot as we go. All right, and before we go further, please remember that these videos do not constitute financial advice. This is just a conversation from one friend to another. Like I always say, I want to plant the idea. It's up to you to water it, okay? And if you do want a financial advisor, please do see someone who is registered and licensed to help you out. I unfortunately cannot help you from this side of the screen. All right, cool.
My name is Nokuhle, and I'm a personal finance creator. Some of the videos I've made include how to buy shares, top 10 affordable cars, how to file your taxes, side hustles, interviews, you name it, I've done it. Note, these videos do not constitute financial advice. My aim is to plant the idea. It's up to you to water it.
Before I forget, guys, please make sure you watch the entire video so that you make sure you understand everything, the pros and the cons, before you start risking your money. And what I want to say is, do not put money that you're not willing to lose, okay? Crypto is a high risk investment, and some people will say it's a bubble and you don't know when it's going to pop. So you do not want to be putting in your life savings and risking it all. So a lot of people will speak about Bitcoin or Ethereum, Ripple, Solana. These are all different types of cryptocurrency. However, most people will speak about Bitcoin. It is one of the biggest coins that exists. So just be careful to not interchange. Cryptocurrency just refers to all digital coins, whereas Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency, or the most popular. Cool. So as a society, we are obviously evolving, and if you think about the economy and how it's grown, you will recall that back in the days there were no coins, there was no money. For people to exchange things, they used to barter. So it was a barter system. For example, if I have 3 rolls of wheat and you have a horse, you will trade me your horse and I will give you the wheat. However, bartering system obviously had its flaws, because as much as I want to give you the 3 rolls of wheat, I don't necessarily want a horse, I want something else. So what happened was, instead of bartering, people started exchanging precious metals like silver and maybe even gold. And what happened was, as much as you want my 3 rolls of wheat, I don't want your horse, so instead you can give me 2 pounds of your silver metal. Obviously, silver is precious in itself, and that's why it was a pound of silver. However, as times evolved and now we have like the pound and other coins and the dollar and all of that, those papers and those coins aren't necessarily made of pure silver or pure gold or whatever, so they don't actually hold value. It's just that as society, we know that if I give you a 100 Rand note or a $100 note, you know that it has value, and in fact you can take that note, give it to the bank, and they will give you in exchange what is worth 100 Rand or $100. Okay, now as we are moving into the digital world, obviously we expect digital currencies to become a thing. If you think about it, a lot of us are buying things online. I literally buy my groceries online, I buy my clothing online. There is literally almost nothing that you cannot do online. I actually make my money online, so shout out. And if you haven't subscribed, please do make sure you subscribe, because this is my workplace, and you guys sticking around and actually commenting and liking helps me become better. It also helps other companies recognize that actually I have a pretty solid community, which is you guys. So, you know, if you want to help me out so that I can continue helping you, make sure you do the right thing. Cool. Back into digital currency. So obviously, because we are spending a lot of money online, there is now no need for actual physical cash. Of course, we're not saying we're going to phase it out completely. However, as people who are transacting online, there are now easier ways to do so, and cryptocurrency is one of those ways. So now that I've told you that cryptocurrency is just money with no physical element, how do people actually make money? Now, I'm going to show you how I did my research. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask them to explain to me, like a 5-year-old, how people make money on cryptocurrency. The reason I keep saying 5 years old is because sometimes the technical jargon can get really confusing, especially when you're still learning about cryptocurrency. So if you find that this stuff helps you, make sure you are using AI to actually do more research. That can really simplify things and you can save a lot of time. But also remember, AI is not perfect and sometimes it's not always updated, but it'll give you a great understanding. So just to simplify how people actually make money on cryptocurrency, I'm going to explain 2 ways that people do this. Firstly, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are usually limited. So if you look at Bitcoin, there are 21 million Bitcoins in total. Only 19 million Bitcoins have been mined so far. And that means as an economy, we are only sharing a portion of 19 million, and there are still 2 million more that need to be mined in the future. Apparently, we will only reach a capacity of 21 million Bitcoins by 2140. So that's not anytime soon, okay? However, because of this, and because they say that they will not be creating any more Bitcoins, this increases the demand for this coin. The fact that there's a limited number of them in circulation, it means everyone wants them. And like basic economics, you know, if the demand is up but the supply is low, prices will go up, and that is how crypto increases in value. Secondly, another way that people make money on cryptocurrency is because of how new and unstable it is. So sometimes you can buy it when it's really low, and then something will happen in the news and it will increase the pricing. So I know one of the people who really influences Bitcoin is Elon Musk, another South African, and usually whenever he tweets stuff, if he tweets in favor of Bitcoin, it goes super high, and if he tweets out of favor of Bitcoin, it goes super low. So it is very erratic, and that is why cryptocurrency is considered quite a risky investment. It's also because it is so deregulated, so the government doesn't really have much intervention on crypto. So all of this hype obviously will lead into the build up of its price, but it'll also lead to the very quick decline, or when, you know, it crashes, because people realize that, you know, we're all living in a bubble and this price is too inflated, and yeah, well, you know, life happens. Okay, let me get into how people actually lose money. Like I mentioned earlier, only put in money you're willing to lose, okay? Because you don't want to be putting in your life savings, or you're saving for a wedding or something really important that's going to happen on a specific date, and then crypto tanks 2 weeks before. What are you going to do when all your money's in there? So from one friend to another, please be very careful. I also want to say be careful with the apps you use. I use LUNO because it's registered with the FSCA, which is like a South African regulator, and I'm hopeful that if anything ever happens, I kind of will have a claim, okay? And I actually remember there was a case in 2021 where 2 South African brothers created a fake company, and they stole and ran off with $3.6 billion in cryptocurrency, in Bitcoin. Which is why I'm saying, guys, please be very careful. So I know not everyone's going to want to use the app that I recommended. That's completely fine. But if you do, you can. And like I said, I have the link in my description box. But whatever you end up using, just make sure you read the reviews, understand how people are finding it, you know, put in a little bit of money, take it out just to see that it actually comes back into your bank account before you can, you know, start going in with these big numbers. And even then, only go in with money you're willing to lose. Okay. I also want to say, a lot of people lose money on crypto because they want to do things the quick way. So people think crypto is super complicated and they probably can't do it for themselves, so then they want other people to buy for them. And then you guys are talking to people on Instagram or on Facebook and they're convincing you that they're going to manage your portfolio. Guys, It's not that complicated, okay? There are so many online resources that you can read and that you can even watch on YouTube just to equip yourself. And I will also be showing you at the end of this video how I actually go and buy like the crypto that I want. If you're not comfortable with this, rather just leave it, okay? Rather just focus on your other safer traditional investments, because you will definitely lose your money if you're asking people to manage your crypto, because like I said, it's new, okay? So please avoid using suspicious apps or links or like getting people to manage it for you. You're either going to do it yourself or you leave it.
A recent article that I wanted to share with you guys is from the Association for Savings and Investment South Africa, ASISA, and they basically said reputable and regulated financial services providers will never sell policies or investments via a WhatsApp group, a Telegram, or a social media platform, email, or unsolicited random phone call. So this is just to alert you guys, so please be very aware.
Alright, now for the fun part. Let me show you how I buy crypto on LUNO. I am going to open my app. Just give me 2 seconds. LUNO. Okay, and I've got a pin. Alright, so you're first gonna go off to your profile, and obviously you have to set things up. You have to put in your name, your details, and settings. I'm just trying to see. Okay, you put in your name, your email, your mobile number, country, all of that stuff, okay? And also I just want to say, I know I said that LUNO isn't really regulated by the government, but what I noticed is that when I had reached a certain threshold, when I deposited more than 15,000, I think, they required me to prove that I really am who I am. So I had to do like some FICA process, but I think that's just because it's registered with the FSCA. It's just LUNO, you know, making sure that they're still obliging to South African laws, which is fine by me. Right, so you're gonna go to the wallet at the bottom, and you are going to click buy. Okay, before you click buy, you will see on mine I have local currency and then your investments. So obviously with you, if you have never used anything, you haven't bought any crypto, this will not show anything, it'll be 0. But because I have some stuff, it'll show. But for the purposes of showing you this tutorial, I'm gonna click on local currency where it says 000 because there's no money there. And then I'm going to say deposit because I want to put in money because we're trying to buy Bitcoin, right? Then they'll ask you how would you like to add money to your LUNO wallet. It's either an instant transfer or a bank transfer. So the instant transfer is like putting your card details on the app, but because it's so instant and convenient, you will pay 1.4%, you know, fee as, you know, a convenience fee. However, if you do send via a bank, you have no deposit fee, so it's free, like there's no extra charge. But then it'll take a while to reflect, it'll take 2 to 3 days. So if you're trying to buy, if there's a current low, because you know we always say we buy low and sell high, then I would obviously say just do an instant transfer so the money reflects immediately. But you know, because I think about cost all the time, I will always do a bank transfer. So let me just do bank transfer to show you. Let's assume I'm going to put in 150 Rand. And there's a minimum amount of 1 Rand, which is great. I'm gonna make it through, and they'll say before you deposit, please note, use your unique reference code so your deposit is allocated automatically. Only deposit from your own bank account, no cash deposits. Okay, say I understand, got it. And then they will give you a reference code. This is my reference code, so obviously I'm going to blur it because I don't want you guys to be putting money in my account by mistake. But you can click on that thing on the side, the little document, just to copy, and then they'll tell you where to make the deposit, okay? And then you go to your banking app, whatever. Come on, you guys know how to do that. I'm not going to teach you this. Then once you're done depositing, you say I've made the deposit. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to deposit like this. I want to show you guys, so I want the money instant. Again, I'm gonna pay for this instant cash, but it's fine. I'm gonna do it because it's you guys. Okay. Select your bank. I'm gonna choose Investec, and then they make you log in. Protect my money, guys. Success. Your account is linked. All right. Add money. And I'm saying I want 150 Rand. Okay, and so if I'm going to deposit 150 Rand, they're going to charge me a fee of 2 Rand 10 cents, which doesn't seem like a lot, so I don't mind. But obviously if you're going to be going in with bigger amounts of money, it's going to add up, so it's not worth it, is it? But yeah, I have 150 Rand now in my wallet. Let me show you how to invest. So click invest now. And then they ask you which crypto do you want to buy, would you like to buy. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Solana, so those are the types that I usually go for. And then there's way more: Maker, Aave, Curve, Cosmos, Polkadot, Polygon, Avalanche, Cardano. Guys, there are so many. And then at the bottom they've also shown me the new ones. So let's go buy Bitcoin. Okay, I want to do Bitcoin because, like I said, it's the most popular one. I'm going to say once off. And I have 147 Rand 90, so I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to say 100 Rand. Okay, let's take 100 Rand, and they're going to charge me another service charge of 2%. Oh my gosh. So are you sure you want to buy Bitcoin of 0.0007483? And this is because one Bitcoin, guys, is actually 1,310,100 Rand, 0.88 cents. So obviously me only buying 100 Rand worth is like a fraction of a Bitcoin. I do not own a full Bitcoin, but if I do one day, I still will not tell you. And there we go. I have bought Bitcoin. I recently also discovered that I can now buy a bundle. So you know how when we're talking about shares, okay, I'm gonna do a young recap. If you've watched the videos that I made about shares and how to buy shares, I've spoken about how, you know, buying a specific share is sometimes hard because you don't know if it's gonna be a good share or a bad share, but you can buy a basket of shares. You know, we usually call these ETFs, so it's like you buy a portion of multiple companies in one go. Similarly, Bitcoin has something like that, and it is called a bundle. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go to home, and obviously your total balance is there, and then I'm going to say buy, and then they'll ask you what would you like to buy, crypto or the bundle. So I'm going to say bundle. Oh gosh, I need a minimum of 100 Rand to invest in a bundle. Okay, oh gosh, I feel silly now. I really feel silly, but and then when I click bundle, they're gonna ask me how much do I want to invest. I'm just gonna say 146. I want to invest the whole thing. Okay, then they tell me, okay, there's a fee of 1%, so I'm only gonna end up getting 145 Rand worth of a bundle. And then there's a disclaimer there. Okay, so I've read that. You can read that the first time, so I will not be opening the T's and C's. I've done it. Yeah, and then they say you've invested 145 Rand in your bundle. So view my bundle, and that is my bundle. So all time, and now guys, this is getting to the interesting part where you actually see how things perform. So when you look at this graph, it shows you that all time the LUNO bundle has performed and got a 308% increase, but in the last week they only increased by 2.95. In a month it was 9.23%. In 3 months 9.91. so you know it's quite, you know. And then in 6 months 82%, so you know it clearly is a long-term game. And guys, if you know how to read graphs when you're buying shares and all of that, like we've discussed, this is pretty much the same thing. So you will see that suddenly things are making a lot of sense, and if you scroll down they will show you the profit and loss. So for me in this one, I currently have 29% of a positive return. So I've put in a certain amount, and the fees that they've charged me is 122 Rand, and the growth that I've had is 1,900, and the money I've taken out, because I have withdrawn money, you know, and I still have 3,700 left. So basically the total profit I've made here is 1,909 Rand, and this is 29%. Okay, and now let me show you what my actual total crypto balance is on LUNO. So you're gonna go to home, and at the top there it says your balance 10,927, and if you click the arrows at the top there, it will show you. Okay, oh, you know what, I've just added money, that's why my percentage went down. It was 42% when I checked this morning. Cool. So when I look at my crypto, the money in that I've put is 15,150 Rand, and the money I've taken out is 10,096 Rand. And the profit and loss I have is 5,874. And obviously there are people who've made much more, but watch this space, and you know, probably the next time I do this video I will not be showing you guys my figures, because yeah, I just did it so that I could encourage you guys, because someone said on my other video when I didn't show figures, they're like, no, you need to encourage us. I was like, you guys are trying to like measure my pockets, so I don't mind showing you my crypto because it's not like you can take it. But yeah guys, thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do tip me with a like. And if you have any comments or anything you want to say, please do let me know in the comments, just so I know what you guys are feeling. Do you have any questions? Maybe I can answer them. Maybe someone else in the comments can answer you. But please be very careful, because there might be bots that are pretending to be me. If someone is saying I am helping them make money, or I don't do that, okay? I do not help people. I do not have one-on-one consultation, so please do not do that. And all the best with your cryptocurrency journey and actually your investing journey as a whole. Don't forget to use the special code I have in my description box. I'll also put it on screen, because you can get a free 100 Rand to start your cryptocurrency journey. And from me, I am out. Make sure you check out these other videos that I made just to help you with your investing journey. So I have an entire series dedicated for this. I also have a specific video that will help you know how to buy shares.